On May 7th, during the company's financial earnings call, Heartland reported that the breach had cost the company about $12.6 million US, including legal costs and fines from MasterCard and Visa. This directly contributed to a $2.5 million loss for the quarter. During the company's financial earnings report, Heartland executives acknowledged that the breach was proving to be a heavy financial burden and that the total cost for remediation was yet to be determined. Moreover, the company admitted also in May that some of its clients had switched to competitors as a result of the breach. Other former customers, including financial institutions, are taking steps further by suing Heartland to seek compensation for the costs that they had to bear to notify affected customers about the breach and to reissue new payment cards. Lawsuits also claim damages for costs of alleged fraud. So the same pattern of consequence emerges. Loss of reputation, loss of consumer trust and confidence, leading to actual loss of customers, high costs of litigations, high costs of fines, and ongoing costs for remediation. Okay, so you've heard all of those before. So how does one get started? First, dispel the myths. Today we learned that PCI DSS entails most of the usual best practices for securing sensitive information, but as you can see from our example, there is no guarantee for security. Security exploits are non-stop. They evolve over time, so there must be a continuous process of assessment and remediation. Next, understand the risks and consequences particular to your organization. As we illustrated again today, risk and consequences are financial and reputational. Breaches not only affect your entire organization, but also those with whom you do business. PCI DSS and other security standards contain practical steps that every business could adopt in order to protect sensitive data and continuity of operations. Improved security posture is achievable. The steps to remember are assess, remediate, and report. Assess. Take inventory of your IT assets and business processes for payment card processing and analyze them for vulnerabilities. Remediate. Fix the vulnerabilities. Report. Compile the records to validate remediation and submit compliance reports. Understand that help is available when you decide you need it. Okay, to help you get started, I've compiled a list of resources not just specific to PCI DSS, but also for security in general. A good place to start learning about PCI DSS is from, of course, the PCI Security Council website. Here you'll find the standards themselves in quite the amount of detail that you would require. You will see the self-assessment questionnaire, there's a glossary, there's lists of QSVs and QSAs, so certified vendors and certified assessors. Just a note on that, PCIS itself is not a QSA or a QSV. However, we do work with a number of QSAs as well as QSVs, depending on the requirements of our customers. As we mentioned, a lot of these are driven by the financial side, so it's good to have a QSA who has the audit perspective, so we can certainly work with our partners to help you achieve compliancy. We've also collected on PCIS Place a collection of web resources of interest to us. We have focused effort on space of security, and there are a number of resources that I've tagged with PCI DSS, so you can definitely start your knowledge base there. We've also created a manager's cheat sheet specific to PCI DSS compliance, so you can take a look at that for further reading. As you have registered for our webinars, you will also receive, if you haven't already, be receiving a complimentary newsletter on security. That's our cybersecurity informer. And for the latest IT trends and observations, please check our corporate blog, Pacific Coast Informer blog, which was started by our president there. So with that, I'd like to move on to any questions or comments. This is a post recording, so if you have any further questions related to privacy, security, or compliance, or our products, please send us an email to info@boombox.net, or feel free to contact us at our toll-free number, which is represented on the screen. So with that, thank you very much for your time, and we hope to look forward to future webinars and to your future participation. Thank you very much.